What is going on, guys? FMU here. Welcome back to another episode of Grassroots to Greatness with Perugia in Serie A of Italy. So normally we would do the results roundup now, but of course it's the opening video of the season, so you know what that means. It's time for the transfer roundup, and believe you me, there is an absolute shit ton of transfers to go through. First off, the man, the legend, Robin van Persie was picked up on a free after his release from Fenerbahce. Hey, that rhymed. 35 years old now, I know, and I was saying about how I wanted to get a younger squad going and all that stuff. But Van Persie's come in, and I think he's going to be a fantastic addition to the squad, if nothing else, to help sort of with the other kids coming through and everything. But I think he could still get us a goal or two in Serie A. There's always those older players in this division that, you know, bag quite a few goals, and I think he could be one of them. Fingers crossed anyway. Simone Trincese has come in. He's a 16-year-old. Picked him up for, I think it's £500,000 from Laciano. He's just a young player that's going to be worked with a lot, and I think he's going to develop into a very good defensive midfielder. One for the future, that is for sure. But I like the look of him, and I think we could do something with him and build him up. Look who's back to his former looking self. Bizarre as hell, but Ismail Bakayoko has followed us all the way from St Mirren in Scotland to Perugia, and he is a speed demon, we all know, and I'm hoping that he can use that pace to unsettle a lot of the defences in the league this season. Not sure how many games he's going to start and play, but I've got a feeling that he could do pretty well for us given the opportunity. £650,000 has brought Diego Capel to the club. Now, I love this guy. I don't know what it is about him, but there's something about Diego Capel that I love to sign him. He's just normally an absolute 10 out of 10 quality player for me. Whenever I pick him up, no matter how old he is, no matter where we are, he tends to do pretty well. And I'm hoping that he can hit the ground running this season and really help us create quite a lot of chances. A record £6.25 million has been spent on this boy, and I've seen other people sign him and he scores goals. So I'm hoping he can do that for me as well. It's a big risk considering the financial state of the club, but I have overspent to a degree. I had £24 million. I think I've spent about £20 million, but we only had £8 million in the bank. So I've kind of speculated to accumulate in a way. I think that if we can stay up and obviously do well in the league, we should get a decent amount of money coming into the club. And Zach Clough, we brought him in, we want to build him up, get him scoring goals and then move him on at a big profit, and I'm hoping he can hit the ground running with the goals. So only time's going to tell, though. It could be a flop or it could be a piece of genius by myself. Ibrahima Mbaye has come in, £6 million from Bologna, but I think it's going to be worth it. Throughout the entire pre-season, he has been an absolute revelation. He's been fantastic at left back, and I think he's going to carry that on into the league, and I think he's going to turn out to be an absolute bargain at £6 million. And then of course there's that opportunity that when he progresses and teams start to notice how good he is, he could go for 20-30 million. 250k has brought us Marco Rossini from Cittadella, young goalkeeper, bright future. The scouts and stuff were really keen to bring him in, and I thought, yeah, you know what, screw it, brought him in. He's only 16, he's going to be doing the rounds in the under-20s, maybe get a loan spell out, and then could possibly come in as the first team goalkeeper at some point. Juan Diego Bueno Prieto. He looks angry, he looks frightening, he's 17, he's on loan from Real Madrid, and I like the look of this kid, I really do. I think he could do a really good job for us this season. He's played for Real Madrid 3 times after moving there as a kid from Villarreal, so I'm really pleased to have picked him up, and I'm hoping he's going to do a decent job for us in our first season in charge of Perugia. Winats Ibanez, I think that might be right. He is on loan from Chelsea. Again, he's only 18, he's a young lad. I wanted to get a lot of youthful exuberance into the team because we had so many senior players, so many older players, that I felt we needed some young kids to come in and sort of help kick on and revitalise the team a bit, and I'm hoping I've got the mixture quite well, but only time will tell. He's a former Sociedad trainee, picked up by Chelsea, and now we've took him on loan for the season, so hopefully he can, he can help us progress and we can help him progress. Gustavo Casino has joined us from Argentinos Juniors. I can't remember how much was it we paid for him. 500k we picked him up for, which I think is going to be a bargain in the long run. I think he's going to progress and develop into a very, very good player. The scouts agree, and the press agree as well. The press is sort of saying how good they think he's going to turn out to be, but only time will tell. He will be involved in the team this season, maybe not all the time, but he will be put in there and out, in and out of the squad relatively consistently, and he may get a loan spell out if he doesn't make that much of an impact. If he can't hold down a first team place or at least stay on the bench and stuff, we may loan him out, but I do think this kid's going to probably turn out to be a very decent player going forwards. Daniel Badu, another young guy, 19 years of age. Ashanti Gold released him at the end of last season. It's probably more of a case of he refused to sign a new deal. He's been listed for loan, we've had a lot of interest in him. He actually looks like the vicar out of The Walking Dead. That's a bit weird. He does and all. Wow, I never noticed that before. But he's come in, and the press are impressed with him. The press are like, oh my god, you've signed the world's greatest player, and he's only 19. They're getting a bit carried away. He's a big unit as well, 6'5", 13 stone. Maybe the possibility to turn him into a Yaya Toure-esque kind of player, but we'll have to see how his stats develop over the years. But I think we could be onto an absolute gold mine here. And lastly, Joshua Smits, the goalkeeper, Dutch goalkeeper, signed from Swansea. He came to us for £3.1 million, and I think he's going to be decent. However, we have played a cup game, and I was not happy with him, and I'll talk about that when we have a look at the result. But he could be a very good goalkeeper. I'm hoping he progresses well, but after the opening game I do have a few concerns, and I was not happy with him, like I say, but he's definitely an improvement on what we had at the club when we came in. Okay then guys, so those are the signings that we've made in the summer, so we can just have a quick little look over. Those are obviously all the signings. These guys here down to these three here were already at the club when we came in, so I've brought in these guys. A few have gone. Simeon Jackson's been released, Morlio has been released, and then we've sold quite a lot of players. Surprisingly, our Habsi's gone to Inter Milan, which took me a bit by surprise. And then we couldn't persuade Ivan Kalava to stay. He's gone to Juve, and that is why we ended up bringing Joshua Smits in. But you can see we've had a big clear out of some of the more senior players, so to speak. Some of the older players have all moved on, and we brought in like a newer batch, a younger group of players. And I'm pretty pleased with the business that we've done so far. We have spent £17.7 million, which in terms of finances put us £8 million in the red, but I do believe, we're going to finish in the plus going forwards. I honestly do believe that, and if we can stay up and do well in the league, that's great. One thing I would be saying now is, if we can get a cut run, maybe do something really well in the cup, we can make a bit of money. Can we bollocks, because we've gone and got ourselves absolutely arse-banged by Serie B side Pescara in the cup. 2-0, right? And I'm going to show you the goals. I'm not going to do 3D highlights, but I'm going to show you the goals, and you will see why I am unhappy with Mr. Schmitz in goal. The first one is absolutely woeful from him, an absolute bollock dropped, to put it bluntly. Watch this. That old faithful bloody stupidity has cost us there. And then the second goal, he's beaten very easily there from the corner as well. So I was not happy with him, and the team was woeful. We were playing like a 4-3-3 in that match, and I decided to change that. So we've gone with a 4-4-2, and it's very similar to the one that I've used with Aston Villa over on the Sir Alex Ferguson Challenge, a very similar setup. And then we're just going to kind of tweak it as we go along. I do have a backup tactic a 4-2-3-1. We do have that as well as a sort of a backup tactic, so we may use that at some point as well. At the minute though, both formations are down as awkward, so that's a bit of a worry. And just ignore the players that are in there at the minute. That was while I was just sort of fiddling around with the team positions and stuff like that. But we're going into this game against Verona, and I think they're one of the favourites to go down with us. I think it's us and them are the favourites to drop from this league. And they've got some decent players, I believe. But let's have a look at the predictions. Actually, I'm sure we're predicted to finish bottom. One from bottom, 5,000 to 1 to do anything in league. Obviously, Juve favourites and the two Milan teams are up there as well. So it's going to be a difficult season. There's no illusions there whatsoever. Paul Pogba is now worth £63 million. That is crazy, absolutely crazy. But let's get on with this game, I suppose. Let's get in there. Let's quick pick it and see who it throws in. So it's gone with Van Persie and Clough. Okay, that's fine. We desperately need somebody on this right side of midfield. I didn't realise how underwhelmingly poor the right side of midfield was for us. I did not realise at all. So we're going to start with Bakayoko on the bench, of course. But Fabinho I've brought in instead of what's his name? David Lanzafame, because he's just woeful. He is really woeful. He was pitiful in the cup game. Just absolutely diabolically poor. So I'm hoping maybe the 4-4-2 may help us out a little bit. I've gone controlling though instead of attacking, so we're not like flying out the traps like crazy madmen. But this is going to be a difficult game. I'm under no illusions, but we could really do with picking something up in this match. We really could. But I don't know. See, Imagine Italy is something very different for me, and it's probably going to take me a few games to sort of gauge styles and stuff like that, and find a system that's going to suit us. I think we're suited to a 4-4-2. I honestly do with the players we've got, but I don't know. It's a difficult one to call. It really is. It really is difficult. It's a very even game so far. Nothing in the terms of highlights. Pretty poor, really. They've had slightly more possession than us, but we've had more shots so far. Off target, of course. Nothing threatening the goalkeeper. Come on, give us a highlight. Preferably us scoring a goal. That'd be delightful. If you want to give us one of those. No, we don't want them going forwards. No, stop this now. They've scored. First highlight of the fucking game and they've scored. Gabriel Torge has scored. What a piece of poo. That is very annoying. Very annoying. But I knew it was going to be a difficult season. When I started, they were like, yeah, if you wouldn't mind not getting relegated. That's Kolarov as well. It's a great ball. Poor from the goalkeeper there. Very poor. Not happy with that at all from the keeper. But here's Fabinho. Fabinho sends it across. Oh, goal! Diego Capel equalises literally straight away. Look at that Fabinho there. Bombing away. Poor defending from them. And then look at that. Diego Capel, all the time in the world and space just to slot it home. Superb. Well done. Well done. Fantastic finish. So we're going at half-time 1-1. I'm going to tell them assertively that I'm not happy. They probably can't understand me. They're probably just sat there laughing at me going, oh, yes, mister. Yes, mister, yeah. Whatever you're saying, you English dickhead. They probably don't know what the hell I'm going on about. But I'm hoping Robin Van Persie can click in with some goals. I really am. I hope these two click up top. But I've got a feeling it could possibly take quite a while for it to really kick in. I'm going to bring Zach Clough off, and I'm going to bring Bakayoko on. I know, and then calmly going to turn the pressures off and just go out there and do your thing, because his thing is pace, power, and, you know, that is his thing. You may possibly hear the dog knocking the door with his feet at the moment. I'm going to ignore him for now. In fact, let me let him in, because otherwise he's going to start scratching the door like a crazed buffoon. He is now ecstatically overwhelmed that he's been allowed into the man layer, so he's happy now. Come on now, let's get Lolo. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. That's right, we're going attacking. No matter what happens here, we're going attacking. Come on. Come on, push him back. Oh, they've pulled a couple of players out of position there. Penalty. I knew that was coming. I knew Mbaye was going to just absolutely poleaxe him there. He's got booked. Idiot. Absolute idiot. Oh, well done, Smits. Smits saves Mbaye's life there. Right, Capel's going to have to come off, and Al Hassan's going to have to be the man to replace him. Don't think. No, I'm not going to make any other changes. Just going to leave it at that. We were lucky there that Smith saved that penalty. That was very lucky. Very lucky indeed. Alright, let's just this up again. Pump it, clear it forward, shoot on sight. Be more expressive. Something wrong with the kits on this as well. It's kind of a bit weird. You can see it when it comes up. It's like a fake kit over the top of the default kits that are in the game when there's no kit for the team. It's a bit bizarre, really. Go on, get the ball. Come on. Oh, Rizzy, you fucking idiot. You fucking idiot. Right, Van Persie's going to have to drop into the midfield now. Bakayoko, actually, will pop you there. Pull you in there. Absolute monkey's bollock he's dropped there, hasn't he? Come on. Well, oh my god, I thought he was going to get sent off as well then. Oh, what a ball from Van Persie that would have been. Unlucky. Fabinho. Come on. Oh, here we go. Here we go. What is Smits doing there? What the freaking Jesus is that idiot doing? My life, what a moron. What the hell was that all about? We were lucky. That is, don't be too hard on them. It's a tough result to take. No, I'm not happy with them at all. I'm not happy with the way they performed. I'm starting to have serious doubts about Joshua Smits. I mean, I know he saved the penalty, but when that ball came in, the ball was like coming up here. Like the ball was coming here and he was going there. What the frick was that all about? My life. I nearly crapped a lung out when I saw that. But I'll only give you a warning this time. It was a very good goal. I was impressed with Capel's goal. Well done to him for that. But that's the first game in the league out of the way. We've got a nice easy game away at the San Siro next against AC Milan. I've got a feeling we're in for an absolute smacking as well if we play the way we did in that first game. But we do need to, obviously, once we get more adapt to the tactics and stuff like that, we'll be all right. We'll be all right. What am I doing? So, guys, for this episode, that's it. That's today's episode. Done. Dusted. I can't cope with any more. But I think the next episode, the next match we should do, maybe Inter at home, or failing that, Livorno. But anyway, guys, for now, hit a like button if you've enjoyed it. It's been an absolute pleasure being in your face. Bye bye.